What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with You Know You're German When 10 Hilariously True Stereotypes about Germans. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got?
Oh my god, what you're doing right now is so German.
I like this intro.
Hello everyone, it is a beautiful and sunny day here in Düsseldorf, Germany, and I am so excited that spring is just around the corner.
Ooh.
And while I should probably get outside and enjoy some of this fresh air,
For sure.
I was inspired by a few of your comments and I thought, you know what? Let's just make this video right now because I have come up with so many different ideas as to what makes somebody really German. And I always find it super interesting when I'm having a conversation with my friends or my family here in Germany and then somebody stops someone and says, what you're doing right now is so German. So listen up, I hope some of these make you laugh. Let me know in the comment section below if you totally agree, or perhaps if you have some more to add to the list. If you don't know me yet, my name is Jenna. I am an international who's been living here in Germany since 2014. I come from Toronto, Canada, and over the last years, I have been building up an extensive welcome program for everybody who is thinking or planning a move here to Germany. If you want to check that out, you can go to lifeingermany.com. Otherwise, let's get started. So, number one. You are so totally German if you start counting with your thumb rather than your pointer finger. And this is what inspired me to make this video, is because a lot of you have said, oh my god, Jenna, you've already turned so German and you don't even know it, because every time I'm counting or telling you guys something, I always start with my thumb now. That is something I never used to do back in Canada, and I somehow, I don't know how, slowly adapted it here in Germany. And if you do this too, then you are so obviously 100% German.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely a German thing. We definitely count. No, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nah, we definitely don't do that. And I never thought about that. I don't think I've seen that in another video. I know y'all do the 3. Y'all do threes like this, whereas we do it like this. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it does make sense. That's interesting.
And if you do this too, then you are so obviously 100% German. Number 2 would have to be when you are flying somewhere, you're going on vacation and you are so excited and the plane lands and everything's silent, and then the Germans all of a sudden start clapping. Germans clap every time a plane lands. Every time I go somewhere where I know there's a lot of Germans on the airplane, I just like sit back and I'm like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? And then sometimes I'm like, oh my god, they didn't clap, but like 2 seconds later, of course. I don't know why Germans do it. Let me know if you know any other countries or cultures that like to clap when the plane lands, because I don't really think that we do this often in North America, because the way that I interpret that clap is like, yay, you didn't kill us. I
swear to God.
I really love it, and I think it's super cute that Germans love to do this every time a plane lands. Number 3.
That's what I would think too. If I saw everybody clapping after the plane landed, that's what I would think too. That's how I would interpret it. Is like, good job, we're alive, we landed safely, thank you. And hey, that's crazy. I didn't know y'all did that. She's hitting me with things I haven't heard in any videos yet.
I think it's super cute that Germans love to do this every time a plane lands. Number 3, and I have to say, some of you guys might hate me for this, especially if you're German. And I don't mean this in a rude way, but it's just something over the years that I've really noticed. And that sometimes it even like mind boggles me that it happens. But okay, I'll let you know. I've always thought that when a restaurant is empty, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's poor quality or that it's a crappy restaurant. It just means that perhaps it's not been discovered yet, or maybe it's brand new. But I find with my German family and my German friends here, and pretty much everybody else, that there are lineups out the door for some restaurants that, in my opinion, absolutely suck. And for so long I questioned, why is there such a long lineup if the food is not even that good quality? And over the years, I've actually started to notice that as soon as one person goes somewhere, you'll notice another person will come, and then another person will come. And it's almost like in Germany, people trust a restaurant more so if it's busy, so then they see that there's people in there, and they're like, oh my God, let's go, you know, it must be delicious. Yeah. And I think it just kind of escalates from there. Of course, at the beginning for a restaurant, you have to have good marketing to get the people in the door. Sure. But I've walked past restaurants that have, like, never been visited, you know, they're always empty, and then I say, you know what, let's go in there, give them a shot, and you know, I'd say like 75-80% of the time, it's usually pretty fantastic. And then I ask, you know, why isn't it so busy? And they usually say, we've just opened and nobody knows about us and we don't know how to push or market ourselves. And it doesn't really give them a fair shot at the game. So whenever I go in there, I always notice you've got like the Germans, you know, peeking in the window to see if anybody else is there. And then they see you, and they consider going in, and then they'll see maybe another person go in because they saw us, and then they'll go in. It's kind of like follow suit that way. And there has honestly, I'm not lying to you guys, been times where I have been the only person with my husband or my friends in a restaurant.
Oh,
and then people purposely come in because they've seen us in there, because then they think, oh, well, somebody else is in there, it must be good. Maybe you don't all think that, or maybe that's not the reason why you're going in. It could also be because I find that many Germans don't like to make small talk, and maybe perhaps, I don't know, if the restaurant's empty, they think we're going to be the only ones in there, and it's going to be super weird, and we're going to have to make small talk. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe that's what you guys are thinking. Let me know in the comment section below if I am bang on, or perhaps there's another reason why you don't go into empty restaurants. But let me know. I'm super curious. Number 4.
I'm curious now too. Y'all got to talk to me about that one. Yeah, I can see y'all just like looking in. Is there people? There's people. There's people. Let's try it. There's other people in there. Let's go. But she said y'all get in lines. They said the restaurant could be sucky, but if you see people, like, you're going in. That's very interesting to me. Is she spot on about that? Because that was intriguing.
Don't go into empty restaurants. But let me know. I'm super curious. Number 4 would be that Germans love to have one last drink before they head home. And there's actually a word for this in German. It is called Absacker. And this is actually one of the first words I learned when I came here to Germany. Because in almost any social setting, when my husband took me out to go meet his friends or his family, at the end of the night, they would always say, komm, wir trinken einen letzten Absacker und dann können wir gehen. This was always the case for me every time we went out. And I have to admit, I really love the idea of having one last drink or something to end the night or wind down before you say your goodbyes or before you go to bed. And while we're on the topic of drinking or having one last drink, Germans also love to look each other in the eyes when they're cheersing. Prost. Or, as some like to say, zum Wohl. Anyway, I really think that this is a really cool and personable, more, I don't know, affectionate way of saying cheers. Yeah. And I really like it. And to be honest, it also kind of bugs me when I go back home and we cheers and people are just like, yeah, cheers, cheers, cheers. And they're not even looking at me. It almost like offends me now. Does anybody else feel the same way? You know you're German way.
I can understand that one. Look at somebody in the eye, I think that's cool. Don't understand when you cheer. You should, right? You should look the person in the eye when you're cheersing. An Absacker. One last drink before you hit the road. I like this. I mean,
it almost like offends me now. Does anybody else feel the same way? You know you're German when. Actually, I might say you know you're a Düsseldorfer when, or maybe a Berliner, because I'm not sure if this applies to every single city or town in Germany, but definitely in the larger cities. You know you're German when you consider Döner to be fast food. So when you talk about fast food in North America, it's usually like I'm going to McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King or whatever.
Facts.
But here, a lot of the time when we think of just like picking something up for the road, or you're hungry and you don't know what to get and it's last minute or it's late or you're hungover, you usually go out for Döner. And I really like it. I think it's really cool. And when I ask my German husband if he had to pick one thing that he had to eat for the rest of his life, he always says Döner, because he's always like, you know, there's cheese in there and you've got your bread, you know, your carbs and your salad and your veggies and your meat. What else could be better?
He makes a good point.
If you have managed to master the checkout system at the grocery store, or the grocery store system in general, then you have definitely, my friend, turned German. That means if there's a long lineup in the grocery store and you are waiting there, you don't mind confidently yelling, "Can we open up another lane over here?" I still have not mastered that, and I think that like it's super ballsy and pretty cool.
Yes.
People are confident enough to be like, "I'm waiting so long over here, please open up another lane." But, I mean, I'm usually always really thankful that someone does it, and I'm just like,
yeah.
At least it didn't have to be me. But if
For
you
sure.
can do this, or you know how to super quickly race to the next checkout line as soon as it opens up, then you're German. Okay.
I like that. Yeah, I don't have the heart to do that. I don't know. I feel like it's an anxiety inside of me to yell that out, but I feel like most places I go to have self-checkouts anyway, so I'm not really going to people checking me out. But I like that. They just like, hey, we've been waiting too long. Hey, y'all get over here. Can we get another lane open? If people been in this line for too long, we got things to do. We got places to go. Let's get her open.
Outline as soon as it opens up, then you're German. Okay, the next one, and I have mentioned this more than a couple times in multiple videos, and that is you have definitely been Germanized if you need fresh air in your apartment or in your house, and you are constantly searching for that frische Luft, and you're opening up the windows even in the middle of the winter time. Well, this is definitely something that is super, super
Yeah, it is.
I don't go insane with it, as insane as my husband does, being a German. But I definitely also really, really like having some fresh air go through my house. And again, I've talked about this before, so we don't need to go into detail about it here. If dinner for
that's definitely German. Cause hey, especially during winter, that window is not getting open for anything.
Makes you laugh out loud, and every single New Year's Eve, this is something that you look forward to, then you're definitely German. I mean, I know a lot of Germans watching this are probably going to be like, okay, that's not something we do, and I don't laugh at it anymore. But it is so stereotypical German to watch Dinner for One every single New Year's Eve. And if you haven't heard of Dinner before, well, then you really haven't spent that long in Germany, at least not over the course of a New Year's Eve. But Dinner for One is basically a short comedy script that was created by a British author, and it is obviously very easy to understand. It is in English. It was released in 1963, I believe, so it's a black and white film, but nonetheless, it is very, very funny and very, very stereotypical Deutsch. And
if y'all want me to check that out, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if y'all want me to see that. Let me know in the comment section. If I could find it, 1963. I don't know if I can find it, but
yes, it is very, very funny and very, very stereotypical Deutsch. And lastly, the almighty Tatort. If you are a fan of Tatort, then you have 100% completely pretty much integrated here in Germany. Tatort is a German police crime series that are aired every Sunday at 8:15 p.m. And a lot of Germans, I find, like every time they watch Tatort, they'll be like, "Oh my God, did you see last night's show? They filmed it in Düsseldorf, or they filmed it in Munich." And then when it's your city, you get so excited. I know, like, even my husband doesn't really watch TV that often, and to be honest, he doesn't really watch Tatort, but he definitely used to. Like, I find Germans at some point in their life were hooked on Tatort, whether that's now or way back when. But it's still a very, very popular thing to watch, and he still gets super excited every time one of the shows is filmed in or around Düsseldorf. And if you're not a Tatort fan and you're German, you're probably likely still going to be sitting in front of the television at 8:15 sharp every Sunday, because if it's not Tatort, then they're usually playing videos, like an old released video on multiple different channels on TV at 8:15. Or you're part of the younger generation and you're hooked on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever.
There you go. Now you're speaking my language. We don't do cable anymore. Cable is done for. I would say I'm part of the younger generation. Yeah, we got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max. We just buy the streaming apps now.
You're part of the younger generation and you're hooked on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever, but a lot of Germans still love Tatort or still love just sitting, relaxing at 8:15 on a Sunday evening and watching a nice movie. So what do you think? Do you have any more that you would add to this list if you've lived in Germany, or if you know some Germans, or if you are German yourself? This is something that I find really, really interesting, and I'm sure you do too if you're watching this video. So let me know. Perhaps we could create a part 2 with your input. I think that would be really, really cool and super entertaining, especially for me. If you have any questions or any suggestions for any future videos, please let me know. If you like this video or any of my other videos, as always, please try to remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I say that because we've already reached over 8,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited because I only really launched this channel back in the summer of 2020, and this has just like grown beyond belief. You know, once I reached 1,000, I thought, okay, I'm happy. You know, that's all I want.
Yeah.
But now my goal, and I have something very, very exciting and very, very special planned for when we reach 10,000 subscribers. So help me get to that point so I can make this very exciting video for you guys, and I have a bunch of exciting news coming up as well. I really love doing this, guys, and I think that it's so much fun, and I try to comment and respond to all of your messages. That is all for me, guys. Thank you so, so much. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank, und wie immer, bis später.
Let me see, did she hit 10K? I want to see what video she released. Thought she had 40K. Dang, she said I was excited at 10. She had 40. She blew it up. That's so dope, though. I can tell why, because she has such an incredible personality. She's very entertaining to watch. But that's all we got for this. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. I got social media and Patreon all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.